Hello everyone, welcome back to yet another video of the 100 Days to CLAT series. So this is the day 57 away from the CLAT exam, and through this series we are trying to create an accountability system for me and the viewers, and this series would go till your CLAT exam. And I also happen to have created a small Telegram channel wherein you can post your queries or doubts, and the community of the people will try to answer there. So do let me know if you guys want this Telegram ka link. So today was the day 2 of the boot camp. I am attending Legal Edge ka boot camp. So yesterday was day 1 and this was day 2. So let us discuss what's happened in this day 2 ka boot camp. Day 1 ka boot camp, I've made a video yesterday, you can check that out. Day 2's boot camp, they started with the English lecture actually. English में we have done one RC based questions, reading comprehension based questions. Those questions were really nice. I mean, the passages were quite abstract, quite insightful, I would say. I mean, I have learned quite a few things. Those were something new for me. And then it was followed by the figure of speeches, and it was followed by tones slash vocabulary, and the A-led based ka we did not do the A-led base. I mean, it was in the sheet, but we did not complete it over there. So I've learned quite a few things in English. अब जैसे tones में first, if we identify the following things shall be positive or negative, we can ultimately eliminate one or two options, and then our probability of educated guess will be higher than usual. Then it was followed by lunch, and then we gave our mock test. It was mock 2. As I said yesterday, ki I will sit at a different place every single day for the 4 days so that I don't get comfortable in one position in one place. So I sat somewhere in the middle today for the mock. And how was the mock? I first opened the mock, and straight off the bat I saw English section, six passages, and that too those passages were quite lengthy. So I devised my strategy based on this observation of mine. I then quickly went to my legal, absolutely nailed legal to the coffin, got really nice score, let's say, in the legal. Then I went in logical mein I did the AR set, and logical mein surprisingly I've set a new record, and I completed this logical reasoning in like 18-19 minutes something, and that was a new record for me. Analytical reasoning bhi I have done really well for logical. And then I went for GK mein what I did was what I do generally in GK is I go all in or all out. What does this all in all out means is I try to maximize my attempts. अब जैसे even in this mock I made 28 attempts out of the 28 questions, even though I didn't knew a few questions over there, but I still went all in. The reason why I go all in is based on my past scores, based on the past data which I have. There's one thing which I have learned: when I go all in, the probability of me getting a net positive result is quite higher than when I leave the questions. So what I mean is जब मैं all in जाता हूँ तब I get a few marks higher than what I should have scored. अब let's say 2-3 marks ज़्यादा भी आ गए, these 2-3 marks can be a deciding factor. अब जैसे even in this mock I happily or really well, my flukes worked really well, and I was able to score an extra 2-3 marks, 3-4 marks than I what should have scored. So this trick works for me like 80% of the time, and even if I go all out, at max my loss would be -1 to 2 के बीच में ही कुछ होगा. And I would say that risk is quite worth it, because CLAT में if you cannot just stay in the middle, you have to either go R या par. I don't want the middle, or I don't want this, I just want this thing, so I will go R. Then I went for my English में I did 2 passages, and then I realized कि मेरे से नहीं बन रहा है English. It took me a lot of time for those 2 passages. Then I made a slight improvisation over there, and I went for quant straight away. Quants में भी काफ़ी गड़बड़ हो गई. I did the second passage में the females count was 650, but I mistakenly took it as 750. So there were a lot of percentages involved in the question. So सारे percentages I calculated based on the 750, not on the basis of 650. Then I went for the question and I realized that I have done a mistake. Then I went back, changed it to 650. Then what happened is when I'm changing this from 750 to 650, I should also change boys from 1050 to 1150, which I didn't do. But still, I did one thing was I attempted three four questions, and still there were one or two questions जिधर मेरे आंसर नहीं आ रहे थे, तो एक क्वेश्चन पे तुक्का लगा दिया, एक क्वेश्चन पर आई जस्ट लेफ्ट इट. So 5 questions I attempted it. Then I had a chance to either go back to English or just see that quants. So I thought कि quants देख तो लेते हैं कैसा है quants. Then it was fairly simple, very easy I would say. शुरू के 4 question तो it was straight away giveaway type questions if you know a bit of that time speed distance का thing. So I did away that, and then fifth or sixth question को I honestly made a fluke for the fifth one. Sixth one भी educated guess ही लगा दिया. So and those 3 guesses turned out to be in my favor. Then I went to the English. Now English में I had 2 options. अब बस 15 मिनट ही बचे थे and there were around 4 passages left for me. आई नो फॉर अ फैक्ट दैट 15 मिनट में 4 passages, वैसे 4 passages नहीं होने वाले. देर आर 2 options, इधर अटेम्प्ट एवरी थिंग विथ माई radical approach or attempt only 2 or 3 passages at max and leave away one entire 4 question का passage. So इधर में I thought कि let us go for this radical approach का type, because even if I attempt these 2 to 3 passages, I'm not even sure कि मेरे सारे questions सही आएंगे वो, because the vocabulary used in the questions was quite challenging. The question types itself was quite challenging, and questions options were very close. So based on these observations, I decided कि let us go and maximize my attempts, and let us not focus on the accuracy much. अब मैं गया एंड आई हैप्पीली और टाइम पर मेरे सारे क्वेश्चंस अटेम्प्ट हो गए इंग्लिश में. आई जस्ट लेफ्ट 1 question इन इंग्लिश. सारे क्वेश्चन अटेम्प्ट कर दिए एंड इट एक्चुअली टर्न आउट टू बी इन माई फेवर. आई मीन इफ़ आई वुड गिव यू फॉर एन एग्जाम्पल, अगर मैं ऐसे अप्रोच से जाता तो लेट्स से माई स्कोर वुड हैव बीन 10. मैं ऐसे अप्रोच से जाने से माई स्कोर वॉज अराउंड 13. सो दिस 3 marks to 3 marks का जंप जो है बहुत ज़्यादा इम्पोर्टेंट है. अब सी हियर, इधर मैं गॉट अ 2-3 marks जंप. वेयर इज जी के, दिस इज जी के राइट. जी के में आई गॉट 2-3 marks का जंप. दिस 2-3 marks here, 2-3 marks. क्वांट्स में लेट्स से 1-2 marks जंप. सो इन ऑन एंड ऑल आई गॉट अ जंप ऑफ स्ट्रेट अप 8 to 10 marks. एंड 8 to 10 marks तो आपको पता है इट डिसाइड्स इफ यू आर गोइंग इनटू एनी NLU or you're going into NLS or NALSA. So you guys can also improvise or get a few learnings from how I approach these types of questions, because at this point of time I only know one thing and I only want to know one thing, that is how do I increase my mock scores. That is it. I don't want to be really sophisticated a person or someone who knows very well to communicate with people or something like that. I just want my mock scores to rise. That's it. Now today what we are going to do in the boot camp is सुबह से शाम तक, but there is CR का sessions, so it would be quite fun of sessions because CR में काफ़ी अच्छी सी रीजनिंग आती है कभी लीगल एज की. So that CR question and there is an ALET mock, so let's give that ALET mock as well and let us see what all things we can learn from today. And please do not ask in the comment sections how much have you scored, because I would not like to share how much I have scored.